Transitional dressing for me is rooted in French style, or at least what we commonly associate with that very Parisian chic look. And I thought today I could put together some outfits, sharing some of my favorite combinations for this time of year, which I think are really easy to pull off and put together with the items that you have in your wardrobe. I'm also really excited to be partnering with Goelia today, and I have some very Parisian chic inspired items that I picked out from the website that I'm going to be styling amongst some of the other pieces that I already have from my wardrobe. But I did just want to introduce the brand to you. I have a really amazing discount code for 25% off site-wide. It is Jamie25, and they do have a few other promotions that are running this month, including free gifts with purchase. So I will be sure to put all that information down in the description box below, along with links to all of the items that I feature. If you haven't already heard of Goelia, they recently opened up a store in Pitt Street Mall here in Sydney, which was kind of my first introduction to the brand. And what I really appreciate is that they have this strong focus on using high quality materials, premium quality materials, but at a reasonable price point that won't break the bank. And I say this all the time, but you can buy quality at every price. And I think Goelia is a really good example of this. So let's talk about some of the items that I picked out from the website. First of all, we've got your classic striped tank. And what I liked about this is that, to me, this is a really good example of an item that can be worn either year round or for casual work or even an evening event, depending on the styling. It is a beautiful ribbed knit, and you can see it has the slightly thicker contrasting trim as well. Really, really beautiful quality, and it is nice and stretchy. I'm wearing this in a size small. I'll put my sizing detailed down below as well. Then we have this lovely textured silk shirt. I really like the fact that it had an open neckline, and then you have this little button detail on the edge of the collar. You can really see that crack texture up close, and I like that this has a bit of heft and weight to it. It is almost a little bit starchy in this way that it holds its shape and structure, which is really nice, especially if you're trying to create volume and shape in your outfits. This little cardigan jacket probably has to be one of my favorites. I absolutely adore the shape of it. It's that very boxy, ladylike silhouette, which I feel like we've seen a lot of recently. And then it also has these very intricate detailed buttons down the center. Now these are actually more of an embellishment, as it does do up with a hook and eye closure, which makes it very easy to fasten. And I like that you can wear it worn, done up completely like I have in the cutaways, but also you can wear it open as well, which is how they've styled it on the website. But this is so nice and thick, and it is really warm. I can tell you it's been about 70% humidity here in Sydney, and I felt incredibly toasty with this on. It's going to be a favorite over the autumn winter season for me, for sure. Another one of my favorite picks is this felted wool and tencel A-line skirt, and this is such a classic. It actually reminds me of a really luxurious one that I have in my closet, but I think that this one might be even nicer. It actually has a much softer hand feel to it, and to me, something that I can center a lot of my outfits around. Looks great with bare legs, but also with a pair of black tights and some booties. Then we have 3 pairs of pants. The first being a pair of jeans that I was drawn to for the actual waist detail, where you can see that it has not only contrast stitching, but also this slightly cut out banded detail around the waist, which almost has a paper bag effect. We have these black silky trousers, which these are unfortunately a size too big for me, but I wanted to show you a little hack on what you can do when you have trousers this style that are too large. You can just belt them at the waist. These have such a nice drape to them. They're very fluid, and they have this lovely little contrast satin panel down the sides. So one of those trousers that feels and looks really elevated, but feels as comfortable to wear as lounge pants, and really nice and cool against the skin. The final pair of trousers that I picked out are these white, almost a wide leg trouser, which I think is something that to me feels quite common or ubiquitous in the Parisian style closet. And I like these because they've got a flat front, which means that there are no pockets obscuring the line at the front. It's very seamless, but then they also have this elasticated section at the back, which makes them very comfortable, and they've got a little bit of give. And these have this beautiful twill texture to them as well. So those are the items I picked out from Goelia that I'm going to be styling as part of this video. Don't forget I have that 25% off discount code, Jamie25. It'll be on screen and down in the description box below. But yeah, let's get into the outfits. For outfit number one, I've opted to pair this black felted wool skirt with the striped knit that I'm wearing right now. I really love this combination. For a start, I sometimes find that black can be a little bit too high contrast when worn very close to the face. So navy is a really good alternative, especially for those who have a fairer complexion. And I like the fact that I've added in the contrast by having the really stark white stripes. I've nipped it in the waist, which helps to show off my figure, create shape, and also lean into the rule of thirds because you can see visually looking at my outfit is broken up into 3 sections. I paired this outfit with slides, but if I wanted to wear it for a slightly cooler day, a simple swap would be to put on a ballet flat and then a really nice trench coat, something that has a bit more of a sweeping drama to it. I really like the structured nature of the Kinder Salmon one that I'm wearing here. When I was looking at style references, something that came up a lot was an all black outfit. So I've got 2 variations for you. The first one is for slightly cooler weather. So I've opted to wear a cashmere crew neck knit, something that isn't too oversized, that is just ever so slightly relaxed. When you think about how the French tend to dress, quite often it's more with an intentional ease to it. So not quite as relaxed or as androgynous as you would expect from a Scandinavian style outfit, for example. So again, I've nipped in at the waist, which is something that we see a lot, and I'm wearing a cropped trouser, and this really allows me to show off a slim element of my body, despite the fact that the trousers do have a slightly wider or looser fit to them. And then I've opted for a little ballet flat. Another alternative, and this has more of a summer leaning feel to it, is to opt for a black shirt, either one that buttons the whole way down or that is a little bit more of a popover style, like this one that I'm wearing from Goelia. I've also worn that with these very silky trousers, which I've cinched in at the waist with a belt. These ones are a little bit too big for me. And then I've gone with the black slides. So you can see some commonalities between the 2 outfits, both in the way that I have put together the outfit and the styling as well. Something that tends to pop up a lot on my Pinterest whenever it comes to the springtime is this combination of a blue shirt with blue jeans and then a Chanel flat. And to me, this is just very chic. It is very timeless, something that we can easily go back to year after year. Reminds me a lot of Jean Damas, and I really like this because, again, it's something that is very easy to recreate. So I think the key here is the cigarette style jean. So something that is not as skinny, it has a little bit of a straightness to it, so it doesn't quite cling to your body the way that a skinny jean would. So you do have that little bit of shape there, and the key is to opt for a shirt that has a more relaxed feel, almost like you've borrowed it from your boyfriend. I wanted to delve into my interpretation on how the French do trends, and I feel like it's always with a little bit of reservation. So knitted vests are something that we are seeing a lot here, and I wanted to pair it in an outfit, and I felt like the most natural way to do it would be with those really nice ivory or off-white tailored trousers, the ones that are sweeping the floor. So you have this really nice soft knitted texture with something that has a little bit more of a formality to it, that feels a little bit more dressed up, but then paired with the sandal, it kind of takes it back a notch and it feels very easy, effortless, but refined at the same time. And this is something that you could easily replace with a little camisole. That's sort of a style combination that I have seen a lot when it comes to French style inspiration, but I really like this more modern day take on the sleeveless top with the tailored trousers. I feel like I really had to hero this cardigan from Goelia because it is just so beautiful and it has so many French style details that I really love. Those gold buttons being a major one for me. And so I wore it with the off-white jeans, which do have that cinched in detail at the waist, but they have more of a peg leg fit. So they're slightly relaxed through the leg. And this is something I highlighted before, as something we might typically see when it comes to classic French style. I really like the way that these 2 items pair together, especially when worn with a little ballet flat. I think it is incredibly chic. And then to really just amp it up a notch and lean into that archetype of Parisian style that I think many of us have in our heads, I had to throw on a trench coat too. And I just feel like this outfit is chef's kiss. It is something that I'm going to be wearing a lot, at least in some form or another, over the transseasonal months, and I think it's a combo that you really can't go wrong with. Final outfit is again one with stripes, this time with this rib knit tank. And for me, I wanted to showcase an example of how I feel like the French do a chunky sandal. So it quite often tends to be that grounding element of an outfit. So you have this really nice slim fitting piece on the top, in this case, that ribbed tank and the stripe. Then you have a trouser that is not super slim fitting, that does have a bit of ease through it, that maybe has a wider leg opening around the ankle, and then it's grounded with that chunky sandal. And this is such an easy way to throw in that dad sandal, especially if you are someone who is really craving comfort in your outfits, which is definitely something I want to do a lot at the moment. So there you have it, some very kind of classic, stereotypical Parisian style outfit combinations. I hope that you enjoyed this and got a little bit of outfit inspiration as we sort of make our way through the transitional months. Apologies if the lighting has changed, it is looking very cloudy outside. A big thank you to Goelia for partnering with me on this one. Don't forget I have that 25% off discount code. I would love to know if you had a favorite outfit. Please tell me down in the comment section, and I will see you next time with a brand new video. See you very soon. Bye.